Hey guys, welcome to Freedom Based Life channel. The freedom to be yourself and of course myself. So, wouldn't it be great, right, if you can actually eat your food slowly, mindfully and nicely, right? Without getting bloated, without overeating, and you have more focus and more energy in your life? Yes? So, this is the part that I'm going to talk about. Today it is about eating meditation. Whether you are in a restaurant like what I'm doing right now, or even in fast food chains. This is McDonald's McGriddles, by the way, with a cup of flat white. Right. Or whatever you are, or whatever food you are eating. Even if it is plant-based balls from IKEA, you are able to eat mindfully just by following these simple steps. Black Gold Creamy Durian Mao Shan Wang. Miam Miam Fantastic Dessert. Great salad, healthy ones in Miam Miam restaurant. Mushroom soup with onsen egg. Great calamari from Miam Miam restaurant. Custard bun from Peach Garden. Yes, the fried prawn Frito. And this is the famous coffee chicken from also Peach Garden. Chartreuse desserts. Plant-based Whopper burger from Burger King. I would love to hear from you. And from there, right, you can actually practice eating meditation as and when you like. It can be a short 3 minutes, it can be a short 7 minutes, 10 minutes, alright? And can even be an hour long of mindful eating. So, I'm going to share with you, right, what is actually eating meditation and how are we going to do it, right? So this is going to be the next section. Yep. Hey guys, I'm now back home, yeah, from my mindful eating. Yeah, continuing from where I left off, is that why is it that I want to talk about mindful eating and on eating meditation? Because I personally feel that I'm someone who have experienced this before. That I eat as I watch videos, and as I watch, I was being distracted by other things, and for all you know, right, I was eating too much, and I got very bloated up, and I don't feel well after that. And then guess what? Because of the high amount of sugar rush, right, I became very tired, and when it's time to work, I just feel so tired that I couldn't bring myself to even work or have any creative ideas for the projects that I've been on. So I feel tired even more, and I feel like sleeping most of the time. And going to toilet, of course, it is a problem, right? Because you have bloatedness, you have a lot of burping, bloatedness, and no matter what you try to do with your body, maybe drinking lemon juice, drink this, drink that, it's just putting in more and more water. You know what I mean? And that makes you even more bloated. Then at the end of the day, you couldn't even sleep at night sometimes, right? By putting in all kinds of food and liquids within you. So that's not what I want in my life. Become so big, and so ever since, right, I actually adopted mindful eating, and in fact eating meditation, my life changed. My life changed for the better, by eating slowly and not being distracted by other thing else has helped me to enhance the quality of my life. How many of you here would like to enhance the quality of your life with no bloatedness, and at the same time, right, you're able to slim down? How many of you would love to have that? Great, great. Yes, and so why eating meditation and why mindful eating. So today, right, if you agree with me that we are living in a society that's quite fast-paced, yes? Do you agree with me? And we have abundance of food choices. So comment below again, alright, comment below to share with me what kind of food choice you like. I would love to get to know you more, okay? So on top of that, right, we have distractions. What kind of distractions? Like our televisions, our computers, our laptops, our smartphones, and even our tabloids like this could easily distract us and shift our attention away from the actual act of eating. Okay, from the actual act of eating. So eating, right, has become a mindless act instead of a mindful act. And it's always done very quickly. I mean, I'm just saying for myself, okay? That's what I experienced last time and what I've observed about people. So it has become a mindless act instead of a mindful act. So this can be problematic. Why is it such a problem? Why? Because it takes our brain, right? It takes our what? Our brain up to 20 minutes. How many minutes? 20 minutes. 20 minutes to realize that we are full, right? It takes 20 minutes for our brain to realize that we are full. So if we eat too fast, this fullness kind of signal, right, may not arrive on time until you have already fully eaten so much. Do you get what I mean? So this is a very common phenomenon in binge eating. So if you were to eat chips, right, or you eat a lot of whatever crackers or even main food, just keep on eating and eating and eating so fast, you didn't even realize that you could be overeating, right? And that at itself, right, when the fullness signal is met, you didn't even realize you have already eaten too much. Am I making sense? Yeah. So by eating mindfully, that means you're mindful of what you're eating, enables you to restore your attention. To restore your what? Attention. And slow down. Slow down. By being mindful, it restores your attention into the food that you're eating, and it kind of forces you to slow down. So when you have an intentional act like this, you will then eventually build the habit of chewing your food slowly, enjoying your food every moment in your palate. And in the event of doing that, because you're slowing down, that's where, right, by the time the 20 minutes is up, even you have a huge plate of food, you will realize that, I already kind of quite full, so I shouldn't be stomaching all this thing inside my tummy. Yeah? Do you get what I mean? So press a like if you like what I'm saying and you agree with what I'm saying. And of course, when you are able to recognize this, having this intentional act of slowing down when you eat and have this intention, you are able to increase, right, your ability to recognize a physical hunger and when you are full, and distinguish this physical hunger between the emotional binging eating and true physical hunger. Okay, I repeat. When you are able to be this intentional and mindful when you're eating, you are able to distinguish between your true hunger when you are full to when you are actually eating based on your emotional feelings and you are driven by your emotions. So you are also able to increase your awareness of what triggers you to eat. You may not be necessarily hungry, when you eat. It could be emotionally driven that you're eating. So that explains why when people fall into maybe depression or when they are extremely sad. They could be actually eating more than they should because of their emotions. So by knowing where your triggers are, you can create a space. You can create a what? A space between your response to the food, and by giving you the time and also the freedom to choose how you want to respond to these triggers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes. So, it is actually statistically have shown, right, that most weight loss programs is not really sustainable. It doesn't work in the long term. Now, why do I say that? Studies have shown that 85% of the people, how many percent? 85% of the people with obesity issues who lost weight due to certain dieting or even certain dieting programs, they actually return or exceed their initial weight within a few years. So binge eating, emotional eating, external eating, and eating in response to actually food cravings have been linked to weight gain. Has been linked to what? Weight gain after successful weight loss. So we are now in a busy society that we can be like constantly exposed to stress. Constantly exposed to what? Stress. And stress, being stressed, right, play a very large role in overeating and obesity. So therefore, right, majority of the studies have shown that mindful eating or eating meditation helps human beings to lose weight, right? It helps you to lose weight by changing your eating behaviors and reducing stress. I repeat that again. Majority of the studies have already shown that mindful eating or meditating while you are eating helps you to lose weight by changing your eating behaviors, and at the same time you can reduce your stress. Who here would love to have that? And just comment below and say yes, I would love to reduce my stress and change my eating behavior. Alright, comment below, and you put a like if you know what I'm saying right here. So in fact, right, by changing the way we think about food, by changing the way we feel about ourselves, it will actually help us to be more aware of the food choices, right, that we choose to eat. And also it will improve our self-control. Improve your what? Your self-control. And therefore build positive and empowering emotions. Who here would love to have more more positive and improved self-control emotions here? Alright, great. So comment below, yes, I would love to have more awareness of what I'm eating and also have more positive emotions. So when unwanted behaviors such as eating behaviors such as binge eating, right, are addressed emotionally while you binge eat, the chances of long-term weight loss will be increased, right? The chances of you losing weight can be increased. And binge eating is just nothing but eating lots and lots of food, right, within a short period of time without control. So when you are able to reduce that rate of binge eating, of course you would have weight loss, right? So that's the reason why mindful eating can help prevent binge eating and at the same time reduce the frequency of having these binges and also the severity of each binge. So if you have one or two friends out there who actually engage in binge eating, you can start to share this video to your friends or even your family to help them practice one day at a time. Not much, just one meal, maybe one meal, one day at a time, to help them out in this eating mindlessly. From eating mindlessly to become eating mindfully. And mindful eating, right, has also shown to reduce the rate of you having to eat emotionally and also to eat externally, right? To reduce emotional eating and external eating. So, what is actually emotional eating? Emotional eating is the act of eating in response to certain emotion that you feel. And external eating happens when you're in an environment where there is a sight or smell of the food. Oh, you want to just go and eat, or you are being influenced by the environment where people ask you to eat, and then you just eat, even you are not hungry, you just eat because of that. So unhealthy eating behaviors like these, right, are the most commonly reported problems in people with obesity. So therefore, right, eating mindfully, engaging in some meditation when you're eating, it gives these tools, right, will help you to deal with such eating behaviors whenever you are in external eating or whether you are actually engaged in emotional eating. It will put you in charge of your response towards the food instead of being influenced by the external factors, instead of being influenced by your emotions. How many of you here would love to have that? Alright. Now, to practice mindfulness, right, there will be a series of exercises or even meditation that you can start doing it. Many people actually join courses, seminars, read books to just practice mindful eating. So if you're not into that, it's perfectly fine. There are some simple ways that can start you off to have some powerful benefits that you can reap off even after watching this video. Alright? So, number one, you can write this down. Eat more slowly. Eat more slowly. And don't rush. Chew thoroughly whenever you put a piece of food into your mouth. When you are able to do that, you'll be able to eliminate distractions from your external environment, right? And at the same time, you are able to really taste the food in your palate, in your mouth. And external distractions such as your TV, your handphones, your laptops, put it all aside, because those are external distractions, distracting you from being mindful of what you're eating. Number four, if possible, eat in silence. do your best not to talk as you are eating. Because when you do that, you tend to chew faster. You do not know what you are actually. What I mean is you chew faster, and you will then to swallow it fast also, and you will start to eat more. So it will be great that you can eat in silence. Just you and you alone and the food. The next one is focus on how the food as you chew make you feel. Does this bite of this food make you feel happy? Just be fully aware of that. And by the time you complete this process of eating, for all you know, you are actually quite full already, because the 20 minutes is up, and you will stop eating. The last thing is you ask yourself why you are eating. Because when you ask yourself why am I eating, you can actually be aware, are you truly hungry? Or are you into emotional eating or external eating? And when you are able to distinguish that and ask yourself that question, you can make an empowering choice on what food you eat and what food you choose not to eat. Does that make sense? And when you are able to adopt all these steps, eventually, of course, you will then not eat those food that does not empower you. Instead, you will eat food that gives your body energy instead of taking energy away from you. You eat less and you can focus more. You have creativity, you have the ability to actually do much more. And you know what? You don't feel tired. You feel more energized instead. You eat less, feel more energized, and that helps you, in fact, to save more money, right? And save more tummy space. And that's all the body needs. So it is not about eating a lot to keep you to have more energy. It is actually by eating mindfully, it will help you to have more energy in your life and to keep you more focused. And your body will be smiling and saying thank you to you for taking good care of the body. So you can choose one meal to start off with this mindful eating. In the next section, I will be guiding you a eating meditation. It will be a longer meditation so that you'll be able to shortcut the process for your own use, right? Then you'll be able to adopt and adapt eventually. Okay? So click the like button if you love what I'm saying, and then comment below, alright, that yes, I'm going to adopt eating meditation and mindful eating from now on. In this section, I'm going to begin the eating meditation. Before eating, find a comfortable sitting position. Best is in a more silent and quiet place that you can be sitting on your own. I would like you to bring awareness to your body when you're settling in to the seat where you're going to eat. You can breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth slowly with each inhale and exhale. And asking yourself the question, why am I eating? You can breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth slowly with each inhale and exhale. And asking yourself the question, why am I eating? Bringing yourself to this present moment of how your body is feeling. Bringing yourself to this present moment of how your body is feeling. I would love you to simply just notice why you want to eat. The anticipation of eating. And when the food is in front of you, notice the smell. Smell it. Notice how your mouth and your belly react to the smell, to the thought of eating. Notice the smell. Smell it. Notice how your mouth and your belly react to the smell, to the thought of eating. Notice how your mouth and your belly react to just the mere thought of eating. Looking at the food right now you have chosen, notice the color of the food and the shape of each kind of food you have chosen. Notice the color of the food and the shape of each food as you are now looking at it. Bring your awareness now to the quantity of the food in front of you. Noticing how is the color, the size, the quantity of the food. Be aware of it. The smell. Once you have paid notice of the food that's in front of you, I would love you to bring your awareness gently to your stomach. Noticing your stomach's current state of fullness or emptiness. Noticing your stomach's current state of fullness or emptiness. Bring your awareness now gently to the stomach, noticing your current state of whether your stomach is now full or empty. Being aware of the current state. Notice the current state of your hunger or your satisfaction. Notice now your current state of hunger and or satisfaction of your tummy or your belly. If it is hunger you are feeling, allow the hunger to be there. If it is hunger that you are feeling, allow the hunger to be there. When you allow the hunger to be there, explore and be aware of the unpleasant aspects of feeling that the hunger is giving you. If it is a satisfaction in your stomach that you are feeling, pay attention and explore its pleasantness, the good feeling that is giving you. What are the messages that your stomach is sharing with you, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant? Once you are fully aware of this, I would love you to pick up a fork or a spoon or a pair of chopsticks, whatever cutlery that you are using. Pick it up with your hand, bringing the first piece of the food close to your mouth. Bring the first piece of food close to your mouth. And I would love you to smell this first piece of food. Smell it Be aware of it. And allow this first piece of food to be gently touching to your lips. Allowing this first piece of food to be gently touching your lips. Bringing your awareness to the aroma of the food. Bringing your awareness to the aroma of the food. The texture of the food against your lips. Bringing your awareness to the aroma and texture of the food against your lips. What is pleasant about it? Or what is unpleasant about it? Or what could be more? Or what could be less? I would love you to take all this awareness in and notice the impulse, the reaction to bite and chew the food. Take all the awareness in and notice the impulse to bite the food or chew the food. The impulse to chew and would love to bite on the food, it depends on where this food came from. And what this food, the nutrients of this food can provide for your body. The impulse to eat this piece of food could be from the nutrients that the food might provide for you, or depends on where the food comes from. Taking all this into your awareness. With the intention to eat the food right now, I would love you to put this first piece of food into your mouth. Perhaps letting this first piece of food to be just resting in your mouth before biting it or chewing it. Now, bite, chew the food slowly, and notice in your mouth the complexity of the actions required to just eat one bite of the food. Notice the complexity of the actions of the teeth, the tongue, and the chewing, the complexity of these actions required to just eat one bite of the food. Be aware of the tendency towards eating it quickly. be aware of the tendency in terms of wanting to eat this piece of food quickly. I would love you to notice the information of this food in your mouth against the palate. Notice the information that you have picked up from your food in your mouth, the awareness. And when you are ready, begin to swallow the food. And when you are ready, begin to swallow the food. As you begin to swallow the food, notice as the food travels down to your stomach, it becomes part of your moving of the food down from your throat all the way down to your stomach. Notice how the food goes from your throat as you swallow and travels down to your stomach, how it has become part of you wanting to move on to the next piece and to the next bite. When you notice that, it becomes an automatic reaction to take the next bite at a pace that is making sense to you. And at the same time, you're able to experience the food itself. Bring your awareness to that piece of food, the next bite of the food, to the taste. Focusing on the sensation of that taste. How does it taste like? How do you feel about the taste? Whether it is sweet, whether it is salty, bitter, sour. Notice the next bite of this taste. What is the taste telling you? What message is it sending to you? And notice and bring awareness to now how the experience of this taste changes as you chew and as you bite. I want you to bring to your awareness how the intensity of the food now is tasting and the pleasure of it is giving you. how this intensity and pleasure that is giving you changes the state of your hunger. And being very present for the first signal when your stomach is beginning to build up the fullness. Experience now the next part of the food, how the taste changes in terms of the intensity and the pleasure it gives you, and how this intensity and the pleasure changes in terms of the state of your hunger. And pay very close attention to when the first signal of fullness comes in. Giving yourself full permission to stop, even when there is some food left on the plate. Giving yourself full permission to stop, even when there is food left on the plate. And this applies even if you are someone who tends to eat more. Notice how it feels like to stop eating before you experience that fullness. How does it feel? Does it feel pleasant or does it feel unpleasant? What is your body telling you? Even if you would love to stop, but you couldn't bring yourself to stop eating, this is one big awareness also. What is your body telling you? Why are you not stopping? When you notice that, give yourself full permission to stop, even when there is lots of food left, or you tend to eat more. Notice how it feels like to even stop. Explore the pleasant and unpleasant aspect of this going to be completing your fullness feeling. Knowing that you are not deprived of any food, since you can be eating more. You could be acting like a connoisseur, tasting, savoring every single bite piece of the food. Just being present to the experience of the food, how it tastes like, how it smells like, as you bite, as you swallow. Continuing to notice how your belly feels as you are biting, chewing, and swallowing the food. Become aware of the sensation of the sweetness or the creaminess that could be still present in your mouth. Is it still pleasurable for you? Being aware of what emotions and thoughts could be coming out. Being aware of what emotions and thoughts could be present as you begin to stop eating. Bring your awareness. What could be the stories or meanings that are at play when you are eating? Or even about the eating itself. When you choose to stop, you are actually honoring your own inner self when it is finished or when it is not finished. Honoring your own inner wisdom about what is enough and what is not enough. Being present to what thoughts and emotion comes up. What stories you could have made about eating. Being present to how much is enough and how much is not enough. Being as present as that. For those last few bites that you could be still savoring in your mouth. Bringing your full attention to just this bite. When are you stopping? Now I would love you to bring your attention to stopping the food that you are eating. And even if you eat more than enough, it is perfectly okay. Do not make it wrong. I would love you to feel that there's nothing wrong with it. Right now, you're just being aware for the stories that has been playing in your mind even as you are eating. What is enough and what is not enough? What is full and what is not full? Just simply taking awareness of this. It takes time for you to learn ways of noticing all these stories that are playing in your mind about what have you made wrong about eating, or what have you made wrong about swallowing fast, or what has it been restricting yourself, because how you have been eating, that awareness is actually also the way you are managing your life right now. What is restricting yourself? I would love you to take this opportunity to practice self-love, kindness to yourself, knowing that there will be more chances, in fact, to practice mindful eating and this eating meditation. In order for you to resolve these stories or meanings that you have created of what is enough and what is not enough, and when to stop and when not to stop, how you have been making things wrong, it has to be dealt with using different processes. So with that right now, being very mindful, you can continue this process for the next bite, for the third bite, for the fourth bite, fifth bite, until about 20 minutes time. You will be surprised to see that, wow, I still have so much food left, and yet I am already full. Notice the amount of food that is left on your plate. What have you become aware of? What thoughts and emotion comes? What are you thinking and feeling? What stories have you made or meaning have you made about leftover food that you have not eaten? Have you been influenced by others to say that wastage of food is wrong? You should have finished all your food. There could be other people in other countries are starving. You should cherish what you have right now, complete and finish all the food. What stories and meanings have you made or people would have told you? That is just an example. So become aware of these meanings and stories that has come forth. Because that could be the very reason also why you could be restricting yourself for the longest time. And there's a saying that says, how we do anything is how we do everything in life, including the simplest thing in just eating. Just noticing that has become such a great aha moment for you, isn't it? So comment below. What is your eating meditation experience like? And what meanings and stories have you become aware of as you engage in this eating meditation? Comment below. Or you can actually click on the link below to engage on a miracle call with me. Jump on a miracle call with me, and I will handhold you, help you to see what is the blind spot that you could be having that is holding you back or restricting you or could have caused you in certain eating patterns or could have caused certain patterns that are happening in your life that you have no idea of why are you repeating in cycles of doing things. It's a habitual way. Why have you been creating certain results in your life? So jump on a miracle call with me or comment below, click on the link, and we can chat over on Zoom. And if you are liking this whole entire eating meditation and what is it that I've transferred to you, which is my daily practice also, subscribe my channel here, press on the notification bell for more videos that I'm going to produce for you in terms of having this practice. And you'll be very informed and you will learn together as much as we can. How we're able to take this awareness, meditation to the next level. Wouldn't you want that? Yes or yes? And thank you for watching and listening in, and I hope that this eating meditation has helped you somehow. Yes, so I repeat again, comment below on how you feel, what thoughts and emotions comes up. What is your awareness? What stories or meanings have you created? Comment below and I would love to help you. Jump on a miracle call with me with the link in the description. Until then, I see you the next video.